So it's the day after Storm Amy hit Norway pretty hard, and today, this is Sunday morning, and the wind has calmed down, but we had a lot of rain, and we have a very high tide in the aftermath of the storm. So I'm going for a little walk and just see if I can notice any difference in the sea levels. So I'm on the Canon R6 Mark II with the EF 16 to 35 millimeter F2.8 Mark II lens. I'm shooting in 4K 50 frames per second, and I've been getting various results when I've been testing out this camera with this lens. The biggest problem has been the wobbles that the ibis gives off, and you can notice it in the corners whenever I'm walking. This is Gandsfjorden, the fjord that stretches from Stavanger all the way to Sandnes city, and Sandnes is right there at the end of the fjord. It's a very grey day. We had a lot of rain all night and this morning, and then it suddenly stopped. So for audio today I'm using the Lavalier Mic from DJI, but I don't have a proper wind muff, so I don't know if this audio will be usable at all. So I can see now that the ocean level is very high. Normally you can walk down there in between those rocks, and that pier is normally at least 1 meter above sea level, and now the waves are crashing over it. So the storm wasn't too bad in the area where I'm living. Where we had a lot of trees that went down, but I don't think there were any property damages. Of course, we had the occasional trampoline flying off, and I think I heard about a car getting damaged by a falling tree. But in other parts of the country we had some real property damage where roofs flew off buildings. So it was a rough 24 hours or so. I think this storm surge is not as dangerous as they were fearing, because we got a lot of warnings if you were living near the coastline to secure your properties. And they placed a lot of sandbags on the pier downtown. But I think that it didn't get as high as they were fearing. So this is a very popular little beach, very popular for families. It is, and sometimes people go camping here up under the trees. There is a gazebo and a fire pit with a barbecue. Looks like that bench there has been toppled over by the winds last night. But all these old huge trees are still standing, luckily. So there's a lot of water pouring down from the hillsides here. Like this used to be, this is a walking trail, hiking trail, but now it has turned into a creek. So now I have changed to the RF 35mm f1.8 lens. I think it is a little bit too narrow for vlogging. I've come to this huge abandoned building. It used to be a mental hospital, like an asylum. And as I was driving past it, I noticed this pile of wood. Seems like it's it used to be some kind of a shed or something, and it has just been blown over by the wind. So you can see the foundation here, and I think it maybe used to be like a bus stop. Or something. So we are getting some blue skies in between all the dark clouds. So this whole area is it's a very exciting place to go exploring. All these old abandoned buildings. Well, some of them are still in use, but they look pretty run down when you take a closer look at them. This main building is very impressive. It looks like a medieval castle of some sorts, and you have the mountain in the background there. H.C. Andersen, head doctor. There is another rundown building. So this lens has built-in lens stabilization. Something that my trusty old EF 16-35 and also the 17-40mm lens, they don't have. There's more debris up here from that other bus shed. All over this lawn, and some of it has crashed into this building. I don't know why there used to be a urinal here, because there's no door. That's kind of weird. So the wind is starting to pick up again. I don't think it will be as bad as it was last night and the day before. So this is the other lens I wanted to test out today. This is the RF 28mm F2.8 lens. The only problem with this lens is that I don't have an ND filter that fits it. So I'll just be trying to adjust the ISO and the f-stop. So I'm shooting in f8 with an ISO of 160. So this lens doesn't have any stabilization. So I'm using the digital stabilization set to the first setting, the on setting. And I think this is a better focal length for this kind of footage, where you want to film buildings like this, because the 35mm is too zoomed in, too tight. There's a lot of hiking trails in this area. You have these signs pointing the direction to all these hiking trails and these places you can visit. So I'm back at the EF 16 to 35mm lens. Because I like to have, or I prefer to have a zoom lens when I'm vlogging, especially when I'm doing these kind of walk and talk videos. So I've been testing out a lot of different microphone options, both the Sennheiser MK200 and the 400. I've been testing the DJI Mic II and the DJI Mic Mini, and now I'm testing out this Lav mic. So I haven't listened back to the audio on this footage, but the Lav mic is quite practical because it's so tiny and you don't have to worry about if you charge the microphones or anything, but you are tethered to the camera, and that can be annoying, especially if you want to put your camera down and stand at a certain distance from the camera. So I think that if I had to choose one solution for audio, it would have to be the DJI Mic Mini. Because you do get pretty decent audio even from a distance. So I found this very old and almost broken down building, and snapped a few photos. So I'm not quite sure what they are going to do with all of these buildings. I know that there is this whole area has been bought up by some kind of developer company. So I think that some of this building will be refurbished and maybe made into apartment buildings or office space. I don't know, but it would be a shame if they all if they had to tear them down in the end, because the architecture is it's quite impressive. So the wind is picking up, and I don't know how the audio is coming through now. But this is downtown Sandnes city. At the end of the Gandsfjorden fjord. So the sea is very high still.